Hello and welcome to your exercise buddy. My name is Dick Scavongelli. I hope you'll enjoy me for the next 25 minutes for an exercise program that's designed to improve your strength and muscular endurance. It's also designed to increase your flexibility as well as improve bone density and firm and tone your muscles. To begin with, let's discuss proper posture. When we're in a seated position, it's important that we sit up tall with our shoulders directly under our ears and our hips directly under our shoulders. In addition, our ankles should be positioned directly under the knees. Sitting up tall in this position, we should contract the muscles in our abdominal region and keep our lower back straight. If this posture proves to be a little too difficult, a little too challenging, you may want to slide back in your chair and get some support from your backrest. As your strength improves, you can gradually slide forward for longer periods of time as you strengthen the muscles of your lower back and abdominal region. We'll begin conditioning our lower body and then progressing up to the muscles in our upper body. Let's sit up straight and bring our knee up to our chest and then straighten out our leg, pull our knee in, and then back down to the floor. So we're coming up, then out, then in, and down. That's it. Pulling the knee up to the chest, straightening out the leg, pulling back in, and then down slowly. The muscles that we're strengthening are our hip flexors, the muscles in our frontal thigh, the back of our thigh, and then we slowly come back down. If these exercises prove too difficult, there are several modifications you can make to make the exercises a little less challenging. Okay, we're going to do one more and then switch to the other leg. Up, and then out, and back in, and then down slowly. Let's raise the opposite leg up, straighten out the knee, in, and back down. Now, these modifications that we can use to make the exercise a little less difficult are to permit our foot to actually rest on the floor in between repetitions. This will take emphasis off the muscle and allow the muscle to recover a bit. As your strength and endurance improves, you cannot permit that foot to touch the floor. Also, try and keep your toes turned up toward your knee. This will help work on the flexibility in your calves and even your hamstrings at the same time. Let's perform these motions good and slow, and we'll do one more repetition, and then we'll move to the next exercise. Out, and back in slowly, and down. Okay. Straighten out our leg, toe up towards our knee, and then gently bend forward until you feel a stretch in the back of your thigh. Hold this position while we breathe through our mouths. Pull those toes way up toward your knee. You should be looking straight ahead, and your lower back should be straight. Now let's pull back and switch to the other leg. Relax your thigh, toe up toward your knee. Bend forward slowly, looking straight ahead. And the low back is straight as we breathe through our mouths. Try and relax. This is a flexibility exercise, primarily for the muscles in the back of our thigh and the back of our lower leg. Now up slowly. Straighten out your leg again. This time we'll perform a strengthening exercise for our lower body, and we're going to pull that leg straight up while the leg and knee is extended. We want to perform these repetitions slowly. As we perform the repetition slowly and hold at the beginning and at the end of each movement, we help reduce any momentum involved, which in turn isolates the muscles that we're conditioning. Let's do one more repetition, and we'll switch to the other leg. Down slowly and back in. Now switch to the other leg. Leg is straight. and up and down nice and easy. Focus your concentration on the muscles that are involved. In this particular exercise, the muscles of the frontal thigh as well as the hips, the hip flexor muscles, are used to pull our leg up, and then they're also used to resist the leg as it comes back down. It's important to focus your concentration on these muscles as we perform the exercise and attempt to forcibly contract these muscles. One more. Down slowly and bring it up and hold and down and relax. We have with us for this session several pieces of equipment. This first piece of equipment that I'm holding here is called a Dyna Band, and it's a piece of equipment that's designed to increase strength for your exercise routine, as well as provide us with a little bit of variety so that we can perform different exercises that might keep you a little bit stimulated as we go through the routine. We're going to perform an exercise for our lower body again. What I'd like you to do is hold the Dyna Band in both hands and then place it around the bottom of your foot. And we're going to press forward with your foot. This pressing motion strengthens most of the muscles in our lower body. It's called simply a leg press. Now, there are various methods of increasing the resistance with Dyna Bands. We have different colors of Dyna Bands which have different tension. This yellow band that I'm using right now does not have a great deal of resistance. If I wanted to increase resistance with this yellow band, I could simply move my hands up closer to my foot. I've decreased the length of the band, and now I have more tension on my lower body. Let's do one more. Bring it back. Slowly press out and back and relax. Okay, let's remove the Dyna Band. Bring it over to the other foot where it's secure under the foot. And we use this pressing motion as we go forward. It may be a little bit challenging as you perform this exercise to prevent yourself from leaning back. You want to try and maintain this good posture as we press forward and strengthen the muscles of our lower back and abdominals and actually not lean back as we perform this exercise. Now again, if that is too difficult and you find yourself having to lean back, it may be best if you scoot back and slide your back against the support of the chair for assistance, and eventually progress to where you're able to perform the exercise in this manner. Okay. One more repetition. Let's press it out and hold and in and down slowly. And now we are done with the Dyna Band for now. We'll come back to that later when we perform some upper body exercises. Here I have a squeeze ball, and I'm going to perform an exercise for the inner thighs with this ball. And what I'd like you to do while maintaining proper posture is place the ball between your knees. And we're going to squeeze our knees together. Squeeze in as far as you can and hold, and then out slowly. Squeeze in. You should feel the muscles of your inner thigh firing as they press together, and then the muscles of your inner thigh are also resisting as you come out. Squeeze in, tight, hold, as though you're trying to touch your knees together. I know you can't do it, I can't do it, but that's the motion that we're attempting. Now gently, slowly on the way out, squeeze in. We'll perform one more of these. Ready? Squeeze and hold and out slowly and relax. Very good. Next exercise is for our lower leg and calves. What I'd like you to do is raise up on your heels as high as you can while your knees are bent, and then slowly allow your heels back down, and then elevate your toes up toward your knee. And then switch to the heels, and then back down, elevate the toes up to the knee, back down, way up. Tighten up those calves as the heels raise, then tighten up the front part of your lower leg as your toes raise. There are groups of muscles both in the back as well as the front of the lower leg. So we're trying to condition both of them. And then back down and up. And last one, way up on those heels and down, way up on those toes, and relax. Great. Again, we'll use our squeeze ball as we progress to the upper body. We'll begin with the chest on the upper body, and I'd like you to place the ball between the palms of your hands, elevate your elbows, sit up tall, and we're going to push and squeeze that ball like we're trying to hit our palms together, and then back out slowly. The exact same manner as when we squeezed our knees together with the ball in between our knees. Only this time, we're strengthening the muscles of our chest. So we press in and hold, and then out slowly. Stay with it. Really focus your concentration on the muscles of your chest. You're trying to isolate those and emphasize those and relax other muscles as you squeeze and resist. Let's do one more exercise or one more repetition as we press in and hold and out and relax. Good job. Okay, we can put the squeeze ball down and we go back to the Dyna Band. Actually, I'm going to grab a different color this time. You can see I have a blue Dyna Band here, which has a little more resistance. And I'm actually going to take this Dyna Band and put it behind my back. And then slide it up under my arms. Now in this position, the muscles we're going to emphasize are once again the chest. Your elbows should be high, parallel to the floor, and we're going to press forward, actually crossing our hands as we come out front with our elbows straight, and then coming back slowly to get a good stretch. Now we're going to press forward, crossing our hands. You should really feel the muscles tighten up in the chest, in the front part of your shoulders, as well as your arms as you perform this exercise. Back slowly. Stay with it. Squeeze and resist. Try and determine the appropriate color, Dyna Band, or the appropriate resistance level that you need. And then over time, as your muscles strengthen, as your endurance improves, you can increase in tension and select a Dyna Band that has more resistance. We'll do one more repetition. That's it. Let's perform the last rep. Press forward. Tighten up those chest muscles. Back slowly and relax. Okay. Next thing, I'd like to condition the muscles of our back. And once again, we're going to use the Dyna Band. We're going to hook this Dyna Band around our foot, much as we did in the same manner when we did the leg press. So we're sitting up tall, the band is around our foot, and we're going to perform a rowing motion as we pull our hands in slowly and then back out. So as we pull, the muscles in our back are involved. And as you notice, the last exercise we performed when the Dyna Band was under our arms, we pushed. And the pushing motion involved our chest. Here we're doing the exact opposite, pulling for our back. You're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together as you pull back. There's no momentum involved. We're pulling slowly, we're isolating muscles, pausing at the end, pausing at the beginning, exhaling as we exert force. So we're never holding our breath. We're trying to prevent our blood pressure from elevating too high, breathing through our mouths, and performing good, slow, controlled exercises. One more. Pull and hold and out and relax. Okay. I think I'll use the blue Dyna Band again as we perform a back and shoulder exercise. We're going to raise the Dyna Band over our heads this time. If you have had any rotator cuff problems in the past, you may want to check with your physician before performing any overhead exercises. So we'll elevate the Dyna Band overhead, and then we'll bring our arms down to our side and then up slowly. Notice when I come up to the top, I keep tension on the Dyna Band. We come down and hold. There should be a slight bend in the elbow. Don't want to lock out the elbows. And we're keeping tension on the Dyna Band. This would be resisting tension. We do not want to do that. We want to keep tension on the muscle so we improve our conditioning levels. And back and down and up. One more. Keep that tension on the band. Breathe through your mouth. Good posture. I know there's a lot to think about. Focus on those back muscles and relax. Okay. Let's bring the Dyna Band back down. This time, we're going to step on the Dyna Band. Now, you may find if you tie the ends of the Dyna Band in a knot that it'll help prevent the band from slipping out under your feet. It also proves to be a little better grip to hold on to when you have it tied. For our shoulders, we will simply bring our arm out to our side and then back in. That's it. And then back out to our side and back down. Now, there's a number of different positions that you can hold your hand to stimulate different muscles as you perform this exercise. If I turn my palm down towards the floor, I work more of my deltoid. If I turn my palm up towards the ceiling, I actually bring into play a lot of the muscle of our upper arm, the bicep muscle. I'm going to hold my hand in the neutral position. If you want to increase tension in this manner, we could select a heavier resistance for a Dyna Band, or we could even move our hand down further, which is going to create additional resistance. I can even come down further. And notice all the resistance I have on this band, and it still hasn't snapped. So usually you don't have to worry about that. One more, up, and hold, and down, and let's switch to the opposite side. We step on the Dyna Band, good posture, neutral position with the hand, coming out to the side, emphasizing our shoulders. There is involvement in our arms as well. Even our neck is being conditioned in this motion. Great exercise for our posture, breathing through our mouths. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that if the Dyna Bands are too difficult for you, it's perfectly permissible to perform these exercises without utilizing the Dyna Bands. You could simply raise your arm up and bring it back down to your side without using any additional equipment. And then as you progress, as your strength improves, you may want to start with one of the lighter Dyna Band levels, such as a yellow band. Okay, one more. Up and hold and down and relax. Very good. Okay, I'm going to put the band down and perform a shrugging exercise for the neck and upper back. Let's sit up tall. We're going to bring our shoulders way up towards our ears and then bring them back down. Perform this in a slow motion, strengthening the upper back and neck muscles. Really feel those muscles resisting as you come back down, way up, and hold, and down. 2 more. Up, and hold, and down. Last one. Let's bring it way up and down. Okay. Our neck muscles are next, particularly the front of the neck and the back of the neck, as we bring our chin down towards our chest, and then slowly back up and look up towards the ceiling, and then chin down to the chest, slowly back up towards the ceiling. One more, chin down to the chest, slowly back up and look at the ceiling, and now let's come back down and look straight ahead. Lean our ear over towards the shoulder, and then back up and over to the opposite side, ear towards the shoulder, back up, over to the opposite side, ear towards the shoulder, and last one, over towards the opposite side, and hold, and back up straight. Now a little stretching exercise. I'd like you to reach across your shoulder and grab a hold of your opposite shoulder if you can, and hold that position. Work on our range of motion a little bit. Now reach behind your head. Attempt to reach across to that opposite shoulder. And now we're going to reach our arm behind our back with our thumb up towards the ceiling. And raise up your arm and your hand as high as you can up your back. And now we'll perform this exercise with your opposite hand. The same thing. We're going to reach across our shoulder. And now reach behind your back. And now bring your arm up behind your back. Bring in that thumb up towards your neck as high as you can. And back down. I'm going to grab the Dyna Band again and perform an exercise called the rotator cuff exercise. I'd like you to just hold the Dyna Band in your hand like so. Prevent your elbow from coming all the way into your side. Keep it out a little bit. And just bring the band out like so. As we age, our rotator cuff has a tendency to deteriorate. Also, the exercises that we perform really don't place any emphasis on the rotator cuff muscles. So it's important to isolate that muscle group with an external rotation exercise such as this. Let's do one more, and then we'll switch to the opposite side. So we're holding the Dyna Band in our hand like so, and we're pulling out. So there's a 90-degree angle at the elbow. The forearm is parallel to the floor. The upper arm is perpendicular to the floor. And we simply pull out, not allowing our elbow to stay tucked in to our side the whole time. So there's a little bit of space between the elbow and your side. One more repetition. Push it out and in and down. And we have a bicep exercise that I'd like to perform. If you can, I think I'll grab the yellow band here. Palms facing away, sitting up tall, and we'll simply curl the band up. Now I have this band placed under both of my legs, or my feet. This way I can perform both arms at the same time. If your band is not long enough, you could perform one extremity and then progress to the other extremity. The exercise can also be done alternately, where you bring one down and up, and then allow the other arm to come down and up. Okay, let's do one more with both arms. Down slowly, up slowly, hold, and down, and relax. Okay, let's progress to those fingers and hands, particularly if you have any arthritis. I'd like you to open your hands with your palms up and move your thumb all the way across your hand and then back. We're going to do both at the same time. Move those thumbs across your hand and back. There are a number of muscles that constitute the thumb that are involved in this motion as you come across from your thumb towards your little finger. And for dexterity and strength, it's important to condition these muscles. Now I'd like you to bring your little finger towards your thumb in this manner and then bring them apart. Little finger in. Believe it or not, there are several muscles involved in the motion of the little finger as you come across to meet the thumb. So we're actually working on about 6 or 8 intrinsic muscles to the hand as we perform this exercise. Okay, now let's open that hand way up. Let's squeeze down and make a fist. Open up. Squeeze down and make a fist. Last one. Open up. Squeeze and make a fist. And shake it out. And relax. Okay, let's conclude this session with good posture. And we're going to do one deep breath as we bring our arms out up to our side and up overhead. Are you ready? Let's bring them out to your side. Inhale. Arms all the way up and touch. And now slowly arms back down as you exhale. And blow it out. Good job. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and we look forward to seeing you again on Your Exercise Buddy.